my first screencast, so I will attempt to keep it short, simple, and focused. My assignment is to create a screencast on something that I'm passionate about. So I decided to do a screencast on how to use the Pages application for making a short book report, since I am passionate about reading and I want to share this love of reading with my students. So welcome to Pages. I find this application quite user-friendly for upper-level students. In our school, which is a school for children with learning disabilities, we have a range of abilities. So today I'm going to show you how to set up a simple template for a child at about the 2nd grade level. I like to modify the templates that are given in this application for specific objectives and activities. When you open the Pages application, you will see many different templates. This is one. Today we're going to modify it, and we are going to make a template like this for a book review with empty boxes where the children can add information and some pictures that they can also replace. And then they will end up with a book report, something similar to this, where they can add their own pictures and their own information related to the different prompts. So let me minimize these, and then we will begin by opening up the Pages application. You can double click that right there, and then go up to File, New from Template Chooser. As you can see, many of these templates are great for children in grade 4 or above. However, for first-time users or in lower grades, or for children with learning disabilities who are really struggling with reading and or writing, these templates may be overwhelming. Therefore, today we're going to adapt one template and save it as a book report template. Today I'm going to choose the Education Newsletter, as the visuals here are less distracting. As you scroll over it, you can see the different pages that are actually in this template. So we will double click on that icon. We're going to begin by highlighting the words Education Newsletter and replace those words with the words Book Report. It is already in size 36. We're going to highlight it and change the color to red. And we are going to change the font to Century Gothic. That will be consistent throughout our project. I'm then going to place my cursor in the text box and add the words, this text box right here, and add the words name. And down here, we will add date. Then we're going to delete the extra information. And we will adjust the margin a bit to move the date over. So you'll have to do Command Z as it just disappeared on me. Just move it over a little bit. Then we're going to change this font to red. Right over here, again up to the different colors. And to red. Again, it will just be a bit more clear for the children when they see that red. Please pause if needed so that you can also have your template looking like this. Next, we're going to set up a text box that will serve as a template for the other text boxes. So we will double click on this text box. We can Command A to highlight all of that information, and then we're going to delete the information in this box by hitting the delete button on your keyboard. We are then going to type in the words title of book. We are going to highlight this. We're going to change it to size 24 and Century Gothic and red and bold. We are also going to change the background or the fill color for this text box. As you can see right now, we do not have that choice. However, if you click out of that box and then in the box again, when you see the little icons or the little squares show up around the perimeter of the text box, you will see the fill color pop up. And I'm going to choose green just to be a bit more consistent. You can pause at this point to catch up if needed. Also at this point you can add a border to this. So we're going to click on Inspector over here. Here we can see our fill is green, stroke says none. I'm going to put line right here. So there will be a line around that text box. The children will then add their title right there. Next, we are going to delete the text down here in this part by putting the cursor in this area of the text and hitting the delete button. That deleted the entire text box there. Following this, we're going to duplicate this box right up here. We will duplicate it 4 more times. To do that, just click in the box, make sure the little icons are around that border, and then press Command D. We're going to duplicate it 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pause at this point if needed. We will then insert a second page by going over here to the thumbnail, go up here to Insert Pages, and then scroll down to Blank. We will insert a second page which is blank at this point. We are going to drag 2 of these green text boxes down to our second page, which we will reshape and change the size of them momentarily. So we have 2 text boxes down there. We're also going to drag 1 picture down there. Okay, so let's get back up to the first page here. Now the students can easily drag the pictures over, and I'll show you how to do that. So from their desktop, they've already collected pictures, so we can just drag them right, really wherever we wish right there. And we can drag a castle from Italy, and the Great Wall of China, and a home from Japan. Now as the children become more familiar with this, they can resize the pictures and the text boxes and the font and change the color. But for now, we're just going to keep it quite simple. So now we are going to resize this and rename these. So we have the title of the book for the first one. Then we're going to change this one right over here. We're going to drag it by the corners and reshape it a bit. So this, instead of title of book, this will become the settings. The setting of the book. Make that a little bit larger by clicking on it until, again, you see the little boxes around it. Let's make it a little bit larger, about like this. We can make our picture a little bit larger over here. And down here, we can make this one a little bit larger again. And we can rename this one Characters. Onto the second page, we will change this to Summary. And going to change this one to Opinion. And let's resize this. And this one, so double click until you can see the white boxes around there. And let's make Summary go about like this. Our picture can be over here. And this one we will also resize. Opinion one over here. And we can stretch that a bit like this. And then we can add other pictures. Maybe we want to change this, make it a little bit taller or longer here. And we can pop in the Eiffel Tower there. They do have an edit mask that will allow you to actually change the picture that's in there, that you can change and get the picture, the part that you want. Or we can actually reshape that box and make it longer so that we can reshape it. And then the opinion, for the opinion, we can also add in other prompts for our children. We can add in a question that I have for the author. When I read this, I imagine, or I wonder. Okay, again, we can change all of these to red and change it to size 18 for this box here, and font would be Century Gothic. Okay, and you can resize it as needed and make it bold and really add in whatever you want related to your different objectives. Okay. Now, the children can use these during class presentations, especially when giving an oral presentation. Or you may print these and they can be shared with others, or you can keep a hard copy of all of the book reports as a resource in a binder in your classroom. So let me go over again the finished product right over here. Okay, so this is one that actually one of my students completed. So she added the pictures, the title, the setting, the characters, a short summary, and the opinion. Okay. As the students become more familiar with this application, they can choose their own template from the template chooser and then change those fonts and colors. Pages is really a great presentation tool, whether it's printed out, or shown on a lightware. Thank you very much.